Good day everyone, my name is Renzi J.D. Maliari and I'm here to present to you about my policy proposal entitled Empowering the Education and Uplifting the Basic Social Welfare and Information Services of the Indigenous People in Palawan. So to proceed to the preliminary research report, to give you the overview of the study, so let's start in knowing Palawan, Philippines. So Palawan, Philippines is biologically known as diverse home of the indigenous people as well as the particular groups of indigenous people are the Batak, Palauan, and Tagbanwa kung saan may kanya-kanyang area na tinitirahan ang ating mga IPs and as well as makikita sila sa lugar kung saan rural and as well as tagapangalaga ng ating kapaligiran. They are the stewardess of our environment and our society. And mayroon na rin silang mga following land na pagmamayari. Yun nga lang, dun papasok yung mga issues na kinakaharap nila through time. And to proceed to the connection of the Local Government Code of 1991, following provisions ay nagtatakal about the general welfare, basic facilities and services, and as well the selection and transfer of local government units, facilities, and sites. So, next is the Indigenous Peoples Rights Act of 1997 or Republic Act of number 8371. So, officially, dinasignate na to ng Philippine law kung saan na-recognize and pinapromote yung rights ng ating indigenous communities and those following advocacies na mag-i-ensure sa kanilang rights and principles. And ayan, next is the National Indigenous Peoples Education Policy Framework or DepEd Order number 62. So, in this area, ito yung adoption of the IPED na educational framework, policy framework for the indigenous people kung saan isasama sa curriculum yung pag-aaral tungkol sa ating indigenous communities, sa kanilang cultural heritage to ensure and enhance the awareness and the equality since ang ating mga indigenous communities ay napag-iiwanan in terms of following aspects like education, health services, participation sa ating economy as well sa ating government. Ganun din yung pag-recognize sa ating mga indigenous communities ay iba kung saan nagkakaroon ng inequalities and discrimination sa physical through their culture, heritage, and other traditions na pinagkakaloob sa atin ng ating mga indigenous communities. So, next is the Natripal. So, sinama ko yung Natripal since isa siya sa highlighted organization here in the Palawan wherein ini-enhance nila or isa sa work nila is magkaroon ng education awareness para sa ating mga indigenous communities kung saan ma-develop yung sense of belongingness of indigenous communities and as well for them to know their rights since in education, isa yun sa problema nila and as well sa health services, lack yung access nila and yung following na natatanggap nila sa ating government. So, to proceed to the related provisions accordingly to the Local Government Code of 1991. So, Section 11, Selection and Transfer of Local Government Sites, Offices and Facilities. So, enhancing the location or area na malapit sa ating mga indigenous communities since they are in the rural areas and unfortunately, hindi sila totally nakaka-access ng mga services and those following necessities na mo-provide ng government or the local government units para sa kanila. And as well as the Section 16, so general welfare. So, in-include dito ng local government is to establish basic social welfare, dissemination of information, healthcare services, and education awareness. So, pag-establish ng mga infrastructures like school and as well as clinics na makakapag-focus sa kailangan ng ating mga indigenous communities to provide na mas hands-on na facilities and as well as mga taong kakailanganin professionally since malayo yung area. And as well as the Section 17, so the basic services and facilities, and since limited yung studies and limited yung mga following informations na makakalap natin through internet in terms of their status and in terms of their quality of living since malayo yung area nila. So, mas maganda yung mas maabot sila ng ating government or specifically the municipalities and the local government units. And so, to the policy proposal for the revision of RA 7160, one of the goal is to enhance the accessibility, availabilities of services, inclusive educational services, and dissemination of information concerning the indigenous community through a UNDPI governance, which are inclusive government, information openness, interactive through a UNDPI governance approach, which are inclusive government, information openness, interactive engagement, and innovation management. So, the first table is accessible government sites and facilities, develop good health and well-being, and available inclusive education and services. Ayan. So, in key area, number 1, accessible government sites and facilities. So, selection of sites and facilities that is reachable to the area of the IP's communities. So, isa rin sa sana makonsider is yung mas malapit or even though hindi ganun karami na number ng facilities, but eventually kahit may isa na abot yung areas ng ating mga IPs, and as well as to enhance opportunities for participation, which this improves the participation of the IPs in terms of the government, politics, in health services, and as well for them to feel belong in the area or in the municipality areas, and as well as cultural preservation and recognition. So, dahil sa ating mga facilities, mas ma-empower nun yung kanilang pagkakakilanlan and as well as yung pinagmulan nila since nakikita nila na pinahalagahan and as well as pinagtutuunan ng pansin yung mga areas na kulang or kailangan nila. And so, key area number 2, develop and good health and well-being. So, reduction in health disparities. So, since ang ating mga indigenous communities or people ay may kanya-kanyang practices kung saan iba yung knowledge, iba yung education nila about their health. And unfortunately, since yung area nila is malayo, ganun din yung mga sakit nila na hindi na natututukan ng mga professionals ng mga doctors dapat. Kaya mas prone sila sa illness, sa HIV and other na sakit like tuberculosis and malaria sa area nila, na kung saan need talaga ng healthcare services na mas mapagtuunan ng pansin. And as well as improve mental health and trauma recovery. So, since meron tayong mga indigenous kids kung saan madadevelop pa lang yung culture heritage sa kanila, yung awareness about their self-identity, their culture sa pinagmulan nila ay gayon din yung sa pag-aaral nila, connecting dun sa school na papasukan nila, or like mayroong malapit na school or mayroong nilalakad na school doon kung saan na-involve sila, pero hindi maiwasan doon yung discrimination and as well yung trauma na naidudulot sa mga indigenous kids, since yun nga, iba yung paningin ng labas ng IPs communities sa kanila, kung saan grabe yung discrimination simula pa lang sa physical, mentally, and spiritually, sa kung saan man aspect ng kanilang pamumuhay, naiiba sila. And isa yun sa dapat pagtuunan ng pansin ng ating local government, or solely magkaroon ng activities, programs, and seminars na hindi lang located or hindi lang dapat sa area ng IPs communities but also sa labas na area ng communities, which are those people or those individuals, group of peoples na hindi kabilang sa indigenous communities. So, number 3 is promoting cognitive and emotional development. So, in terms of belongingness din, sa ma-feel nila dito yung pag-develop and yung mas malawak na knowledge about their emotions, about their feelings, since limited lang din yung access nila sa ganitong usapin, and ganun din yung mga problema nila na hindi na natatakel, since walang may alam, walang mas nakakaalam ng sitwasyon na yun. Kaya maganda rin na mas mapagtuunan ng pansin, or mas mayroong like mas focus na provisions locally para sa kanila. So, in key area number 3, available inclusive education and services. So, number 1 is enhanced dissemination of information. So, isa sa lack ng ating mga IPs communities ay ang informations in terms of politics, in terms of opportunities, education, healthcare services. Ayan, kasi walang nakakaabot na mga professionals sa kanila, or mainly hindi na pagtutuunan talaga ng pansin. Isa rin sa problema ay yung mga government officials na kung saan makita yung mga land reforms nila is papapirmahin lang sila, may ganong issues na kukunin yung loob nila, pangukaan sila ng ganito, ganyan, and the end, pag napapirma na sila, hindi mangyayari yung mga ganong pangako sa kanila. So, yung mga lacking ng education sa kanila ay nagdudulot siya ng negative impact sa nakakasalamuhan nilang, katulad ng mga nagkukuha ng loob nila na masama pala yung hangarin para sa kanila, and as well as improve educational outcomes. So, since yun nga, kapag merong educational services or education, lalo na sa mga indigenous kids, mas may empower nila yung community nila hanggang sa tuloy-tuloy sila sa pag-aaral, wherein parang sila yung magiging mas magkakaroon sila ng knowledge, mas mangunguna sila sa mga nakakatanda nilang mga kasapi, kanilang pamilya, and doon magkakaroon ng mataas na pagtingin din yung society sa kanila, since hindi sila kakaiba sa part na negatively, but they are unique in their own way, na kung saan malaki yung impact nila, malaki yung work nila and responsibilities na na-offer nila sa ating environment na hindi kaya or hindi nagagampanan ng mga tao sa labas ng IPs communities. And develop positive relationships and belonging. Yun na nga, so isa rin sa factor na maganda yung education na nasa labas ng IPs and sa kanila, upang ma-produce yung healthy environment, inclusive and diverse cultural relationship within the areas. And ayun na nga, magkakaroon ng feeling to associate with other areas, and mas magkakaroon ng advanced na knowledge and services yung access din ng ating mga IPs. And extension services for indigenous students. Ayan, since ang mga researchers ay limited lang din na makikita pag sinearch mo yung topic na to. Maganda yung extension services na locally, like every year or particularly every 3 months, ganyan, na magkaroon ng check-up as well sa ating mga students and as well sa families nila kung saan ma-provide yung needs nila. And awareness of educational inequities, opportunities. Ayan. Yun na yung mga kakailanganin para sa schools and yung opportunities na nararapat o dapat nilang matanggap since sila ay parte ng society na to. But dahil hindi lang sila naka-access since sila ay malayo yung area nila and iba yung quality of living nila na nagpapahirap or nagpapa-less ng kanilang participation and kanilang exposure sa ating komunidad. Ayan, to conclude about the objectives, key points, and expected outcomes of empowering the education and uplifting basic social welfare and information services of the indigenous people in Palawan. So objectives: to develop accessibility sites near the areas of indigenous communities kung saan structural planning and sana execution of these facilities na malapit sa areas nila at ma-reach sila. And as well as expected outcomes of this is yun na nga, mas magkakaroon ng mga municipality sites and facilities na accessible sa area ng IPs and makakasabay sila sa pag-agos din ng ating or pag-unlad din ng ating komunidad at ng ating bansa. And second is recognize the needs and factors that affecting the health and development of the community. Kung saan masolusyonan yung mga needs, yung mga pagkukulang through resources, like services, and para ma-provide na yung maganda na health and well-being para sa ating mga IPs. Ayan, healthcare resources, yung mga medicine, ganyan, mga kinakailangan na gamot and mga advance na pagkuha sa kanila ng pag-access ng kanilang mga sakit at mas matulungan sila na gumaling sa mga sakit na ito para sa mga children and families para mas maagapan yung mga sakit na papausbong pa lang o yung mga na stay na sa kanila na kaya pang agapan, and as well as yun na nga, to improve good health and well-being and health awareness. So, and third is to empower the indigenous rights and interest through education services and information awareness. So, malaki yung impact ng education services and information awareness sa kanila. Since isa to sa factor kung saan kinukuha yung loob nila and hindi sila binibigyan ng tamang usapan at gayon din yung mga terms na ginagamit sa kanila hindi nila maintindihan since sa lack of education and information na na-access nila. Yan, mas tutukan sana yung education and yung information na dapat makalap nila and mas maturuan sila sa mas malalim pa na mga terms upang makasabay din sila and hindi na sila magamit ng iba't ibang mga communities na sa labas ng kanilang community. Ayan, feeling of belonging, educational services, and enhanced skills and interest kung saan mas mapaproduce pa nito yung mga mas advanced na mind and advanced skills and interest na madadevelop sa ating mga IPs. So, extension services and activities and improve quality of knowledge and education with values. So, ayan. So, to conclude with the Sustainable Development Goals, no poverty, upang magkaroon ng mga hindi paghihirap o mabawasan yung access or yung paghihirap ng ating mga indigenous in terms of food or access sa quality of living, makasabay sila um, sa agos ng ating pag-unlad. Gayun din yung zero hunger na since malayo yung area nila and mayroon silang practices and mayroon silang kanya-kanyang mga trabaho para mabuhay. Pero since sila ay nasa area na malayo, mas magandang mas matutukan sila ng government and as well as ma-receive nila yung mga dapat nilang ma-receive na goods and services from our government. So, good health and well-being, mapaproduce ng mas healthy and physically and active ang kanilang mga katawan and mind. And as well as quality education kung saan mas advanced na din na sila makukuha ng iba't ibang mga terms or mga usapin na pinagkakaisahan lang sila and their land reforms and as well as reduce inequalities, ayan, to provide them the equal accommodation and as well as mas maayos na makakita ng kanilang shared cultures or uniqueness sa ating society. Ayan, so that's all. Thank you.